Jack now wakes up at the old abandoned house he's in, and he's confronted by the Knights of St. Columbus, who happen to be werewolves, and they want him to join their order, but Jack declines and storms out, so they decide to give him another chance, but if he doesn't agree, they'll kill him. Jack is bartending for the order later that day, and Edward does a trick, and this proves to be bad for Jack, as Silverback, the werewolf who's possessed him, almost breaks out, but Jack manages to suppress it. Edward is also taking a special interest in Alyssa, and he wanted to come along to a lesson tomorrow. What they have to do is try and destroy this block of obsidian, and Kyle's the first one to try, but the spell he uses reverses back on him, and it snaps his arm. And Jack is also working on his magic, as every time he tries to do something, Silverback always breaks out, and he's ready to give up, but he tries it one last time, and he manages to do it without any consequences. The other new members of the Order have also been working on their magic, and they want to try a spell that'll get them out of any more English work this year, but Jack isn't so sure, as every time he tries to do a spell, something bad ends up happening for a person. But he gives in to them, and they agree they'll leave him out of it only to bring the book back to the Order. It's a good thing that Jack brings the book back to the library in the Order, as he now meets Alyssa there, and he finds out the book they're going using is actually a book of murder spells. Alyssa also ends up being the last of the 4 people chosen for Edward's task to be left, and Edward tells her there's no shame in giving up now, but nonetheless, she says that there's one thing she wants to try. She pays the price, as is required of all magic. She now pours her own blood over the obsidian, says her incantation, and the obsidian now begins to melt. Jack rushes to his English teacher, Professor Benson's house. He tries to tell her that she's in grave danger, but she won't listen to Jack, and all of a sudden, Jack can now hear the ringing of magic in his ears, and he can feel himself losing control over Silverback. Obviously something happens, as we now find ourselves in a wood, and Jack now wakes up with a mouthful of blood, and his ethics teacher dead next to him.